How to accept what you cannot change. A Stoic guide. Life is filled with moments we wish we could rewrite. The job that slipped through our fingers. The relationship that ended before we were ready. The loss of someone we loved. The mistake we wish we could undo. But the truth, the hard truth, is this: there are things in life that will never bend to our will. No amount of wishing, begging, or resisting can make them different. The Stoics had a name for this truth: the dichotomy of control. It's the simple yet profound idea that some things are within our power and others are not. Freedom, peace, and strength come not from trying to control everything, but from learning to accept what cannot be changed. Today, let's walk through the Stoic wisdom on acceptance, not as a theory, but as a living practice, so you can face life with clarity, courage, and peace. The weight of resistance. Think for a moment about how much energy we spend resisting reality. We replay conversations in our heads. We imagine different outcomes. We ask, why me? Why now? But resistance is like trying to hold back the ocean tide with your hands. You exhaust yourself, yet the tide keeps coming. Epictetus said it best: do not seek for things to happen the way you wish, but rather wish that they happen the way they do, and your life will go smoothly. Acceptance doesn't mean weakness, it means strength. It means looking life in the eye and saying, "This is how it is. I will not waste my life fighting what I cannot change. I will use my strength for what I can." The Stoic dichotomy of control. At the core of Stoicism is this question: what is mine to control and what is not? I cannot control the past, the choices of others, the inevitability of death, the turning of fortune's wheel. But I can control my choices, my character, my attitude, my response. When we blur the line, we suffer. When we see the line clearly, we become free. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, reminded himself daily, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Acceptance begins with clarity. This I can change, this I cannot, and my energy belongs only where it matters. The trap of "if only." How often do we whisper these words, "if only"? If only I had chosen differently. If only they had stayed. If only life had been fair. But "if only" is a trap. It chains us to an imaginary past that never existed. It blinds us to the life still in front of us. Seneca, who faced exile and betrayal, said, "Fate leads the willing and drags the unwilling." Life moves forward, with or without our consent. The question is, will we walk willingly or be dragged in bitterness? To accept what you cannot change is to free yourself from the prison of "if only." It is to say, I may not have chosen this, but I choose how I meet it. The practice of amor fati. The Stoics went beyond acceptance. They taught amor fati, the love of fate, not only to endure what happens, but to embrace it as if we had chosen it. Imagine losing a job. The first instinct is despair, fear, anger. But through amor fati, you ask, what gift is hidden here? What path is opening that I could not see before? It is not passive resignation. It is active transformation. It is the art of turning obstacles into opportunities. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, a blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it. To accept what you cannot change is one step. To love what happens, this is the step that makes you unshakable. Grief and letting go. Acceptance is never easy when loss is involved. The Stoics did not deny grief. They felt deeply. They lost friends, children, parents. But they taught that grief becomes unbearable when we cling to the illusion that life was ours to hold forever. Epictetus said, "When you kiss your child, say silently, 'Tomorrow you may die,' not as a morbid ritual, but as a reminder everything is temporary." When we accept impermanence, we begin to treasure what is here while it is here. We let go not with bitterness, but with gratitude. To accept what you cannot change is not to feel less. It is to feel fully, without being destroyed by loss. The present is always yours. Think about this. The past is gone. The future is uncertain. The only thing truly yours is this present moment. Marcus Aurelius urged himself, confine yourself to the present. We cannot change yesterday. We cannot control tomorrow. But we can live now with courage, with wisdom, with love. Acceptance pulls us out of the past we can't rewrite and the future we can't predict, and roots us in the one place where life actually happens, this moment. Shifting perspective. Sometimes acceptance is about perspective. You lose something, and at first it feels like everything. But step back, look again. Is it possible that life removed what no longer served you? Is it possible that this door closing protects you from walking into the wrong room? Epictetus reminded us, men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them. We suffer not because of events themselves, but because of the stories we tell about them. Change the story, and suddenly what felt unbearable becomes manageable. Building inner strength. Acceptance is not passive. It is active training of the soul. It is waking up each morning and saying, I will not waste my power resisting reality. I will use it to live well. It is choosing calm over chaos, clarity over confusion, strength over self-pity. Like a muscle, acceptance grows with practice. At first, it feels impossible, but with time, you discover a quiet strength within yourself, the strength to stand steady no matter the storm. Choosing peace over control. At the heart of acceptance lies a simple choice. Do I want to control the uncontrollable, or do I want peace? We cannot have both. The Stoic path is to surrender the illusion of control and claim the gift of peace. When something happens beyond your power, you ask, "Can I change this?" If the answer is no, you let it go. That is not defeat. That is wisdom. That is freedom. Life will not bend to our will. We cannot rewrite the past. We cannot escape loss. We cannot command fortune. But we can choose how we live. We can choose how we respond. We can choose to accept what we cannot change, and in that acceptance find peace. As the Serenity Prayer echoes, "Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the
courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference." That is Stoicism. That is freedom. If this message spoke to you, remember, the greatest gift you can give yourself is peace. So practice acceptance today. Let go of what you cannot change and choose to live with wisdom, courage, and love. If this video brought you clarity, share it with someone who needs it.